Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics. But there is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Maryland's offense will start this game off. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try it over the left side. The ball squirts free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Washington sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse, move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back away. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The pull and throw off the RPO. At midfield, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Maryland!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out sometimes.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hussein. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last run.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They usually block it so much. Nice job with the little play action, slide and give him the run.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. You don't want the quarterback to throw a football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Terrapins.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Just feeds the running back. Strong, firm tackle.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next one down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense defense gave him.
Quick completion on the out. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes a hit as he fired. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield. It's Little. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch. Swarming to the ball. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football. Good luck. No holes in it.
He'll take it himself. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. 3rd and short. They've got the backup inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Amatova. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Quick completion on the out route. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Catch is made at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they are pushing the ball down. Big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack. Washington right back to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter. Couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
And the Terrapins will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hussein. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intent.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And This defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a third down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Now the play fake. Coming after it. That pass is in for the lead, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his...
He'll take the deep shot. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Carapaz! And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going.
Intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And the stomping has come. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. in the studio, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking to throw on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. Smashes through the tackle. That defense got gassed and they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the route is on. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. A 1st down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Buying some time. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid a hit. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He lofts one down the sideline. And the pass hits. Picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
It how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's going to take off. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He'll take another shot here. And he'll make the catch at the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. He wants to throw. He's got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Terrapins want to move quickly. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And they're able to get him down. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He caught it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And he puts through the extra point. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing today. The Jimmies and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. 1st down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires it down the seam. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Maryland! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. come out throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. He's going up top here late in the game. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Bringing it back. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a play